The Water Tower, Part 2. Strong Feather emerges. As a recap, in Part 1, young feller, while exploring the countryside, visited a location he and his father had seen previously from a distance and got a closer look at this water tower way up on a hill with these strange motionless figures on a railway near the top of it. A green, scary-looking man standing at the base of the water tower staring at him, and a chimney in a field near the water tower. Because it was getting dark, he had to hasten home. And very excited about the things he had seen that day, with a head full of questions. Part 2 picks up with young feller arriving home and speaking to his father. The father is speaking. Page 18, The Water Tower, Part 2. Son, if you are to ever walk with the creative above and know your path before running it, you must slow your heart, silence your darkness, and teach your mind to walk. Unexamined choices can be deadly. Young feller stilled his tongue and listened. Teach me, he whispered. Father continued. Before the green man, there was a slower and more thoughtful time, when the men were in closer synchrony with the heartbeat of the creative above. The ancient dark religion of the green man nearly ruined creation by replicating itself, by degrees, across the realm. What do you mean by slower, Father? He waited as his father gazed into his callous hands and let out a sad sigh. Son, the creative above built this realm, mixing its own tears with the salvaged shards of the last world. One of the crystals escaped its healing tears and brought poison into the realm. These toxins, again, raced through the interstitial tissue of reality and darkened the realm from within, as it still does. Over 1,000 years, as the poets sing, in shadowy rage and dusty dew, the filthy fragment grew and grew, fortifications of crystal green that ate the eyes of all who'd seen. Backlit by the light of the moons, Father stood in silhouette, framed by the door. Son, may it be the creative above's will that you will comprehend this truth. What you have seen is the final remnant of that dark shard's time here, and it still holds great potential for replication. Young feller asked, what can we do? One day, perhaps soon, it will be our duty to act. His father entered, closed the door, and continued. The green man took your mother, and his Eve wraiths nearly took you. We must be mindful, and you must practice channeling your curiosity through the wisdom of slower times, Father intoned. Young feller sat quietly as he watched his father select and then place a large log in the hearth for this night's warmth while they slept. He realized he hadn't eaten since morning, tore a chunk of bread from the loaf on the table and munched thoughtfully. Young feller wondered in the still silence of his thoughts when Father would begin to call him Strongfeather, his adult name. Before being tucked in, young feller was snoring. His mind swirled in shapes and colors he'd never seen as it plowed through and planted understanding of the events of the day. His father's voice hummed wordless melodies as tears from the sky rained on his head. Wake up and put shoes on your feet, Strongfeather. There is a satchel on the table with what we might need during today's work. We will eat while we walk. The green man does not enjoy daylight. While retracing the path that he had taken the day before, Strongfeather and Father were able to make most of the gentle ascent in good time. It was the third season, and the ground was dry, good for climbing. Their conversation, interrupted by thunder and birds bursting into flight from the tops of trees, combined the recent perspective of Strongfeather with his father's wisdom of this realm through the memories of their ancestors who had first planted here after the dead times. They heard a limb crack. I am mud. End of part 2.